This is Aru with hobbymentors.com making an instructional video on how to start a 150-gallon fish tank from scratch. We're making this video to help people that are just learning how to build a fish tank or are interested in starting this hobby. One of the things that you're going to learn is that with a fish tank, the sky is the limit. You can pretty much do any setup that you like that fits your personality. This tank right here is not 150 gallon. It's actually a 46-gallon tank that I have in my bedroom. But I just wanted to give everyone an idea of what you can do. In this tank I have a few fish in here. I have some mollies, I have some catfish, I even have a betta inside there. Some of the fish are hiding behind this log. Later on in the video we're going to go on and talk about the type of things you can put inside the aquarium, even this log I have in here, how to treat it, how to put it inside there. This is some driftwood that I reclaimed from a lake, and basically just how to get your tank started. So I'm going to show you some other tanks that I do have before I go to the 150 gallon, just so you can see some projects that I'm working on. And if you have any questions, you can always hit us up at hobbymentors.com or on this video. This is basically a basic tank. When you're coming with fish keeping, there's so many more things you can do, so many things to learn about. That's why we're going to break this video up into about 3 different videos, because there's so much information that you can learn and so many things we have to go over when it comes to building a fish tank. So stay tuned for our next video. Alright, so here is my 75-gallon tank. I actually have this in my living room. You have to forgive the look of this tank right now. I'm actually going to be cleaning it today. I've been suffering with an algae problem, and that's some of the things we're going to go over later on in some of the other videos, how to handle this. The fish I have in here right now is the Oscar, this guy right here that's in front. I've actually raised him since he was the size of my thumb, and I have a Placo and a channel catfish at the bottom. But this right now, we're actually going to change this tank. I'm actually working on a project right now to switch this tank over to a 180-gallon tank. This is the base of the tank right here. You can see it's pretty huge. It's actually going to be a really big project. I'm fixing the glass on it so that I can move these fish over. But just to give you an idea, this is what I have in here. It's kind of bland right now. I took out a log I had in here to clean it and to do some work on it. So this is my 150 gallon. I'm going to feed this guy really quick because he's actually hungry waiting for me. So as you can see with Oscars, they are very messy eaters. That's one of the issues I'm having with this tank here, because they're extremely messy eaters. And there's some things I'm going to do to kind of keep the water clean. But stay tuned. Right now, I'm going to go to the 150 gallon that we're going to be working on. And any other questions, just let me know. But keep on watching. Thanks a lot, guys. Alright, guys. So this is the 150 gallon tank that we're going to be working with today. When it comes to fish keeping and starting this hobby, it can be very expensive. So that's why you might want to utilize used sites to buy your products from, to start your equipment from. For instance, I actually got this aquarium for $250 off of Craigslist. If you were going to buy this aquarium brand new, it would probably cost you over $1,000. And with this, as I said, I got a 150-gallon tank. I got the base that's down there. I got the hood. I even have a UV sterilizer. You probably might not be able to see it. That's it hanging. And I also got 2 filters with it. I'm going to clean the glass a little bit better later on. But I actually got all this for $250, which would have been well over $1,200 if you were supposed to go brand new for this equipment. That UV sterilizer is really good. It's going to help take care of the algae problem you saw in the 75-gallon tank I had. So that's something I always recommend that you get. But basically, what we have here, as I said, if you can anytime you're starting your hobby, your fish tank hobby, the bigger you can go, the better. Why? Because the more space you have, the more happier fish you're going to be. Plus, you have room to expand to do whatever you want to do. The idea I kind of have for this tank, I kind of started before I did the video. All I did was lay down the substrate on the bottom. But my plan is to have, on the left side, is to have a wooded section with a bunch of driftwood. In the middle is going to be a sand setting. And to the right, it's going to be a planted tank. So you're going to see I'm going to put real live plants to the right of this. But basically, that's the beauty of it. You can set it to whatever you like to do. One major thing I would recommend you do before you even get started is to go and research the fish. Go to your local fish store, see what kind of fish you like, see what temperaments, what you can do with them, what kind of habitat they need, so you know how to set your tank. But this right here, as I said, is just the beginning. Our next video is going to be going to how I'm going to set this up. The basic thing I have on the bottom right now is I have sand and pea gravel. That's the substrate on the bottom. Now, I would recommend that you not get this stuff from a pet store, because the amount that I have here would probably cost me about $100 or more. I was actually able to get the pea gravel from Home Depot, that's the bag down there, for only $4. Also, the sand is regular playground sand, also costs the same thing, $4. So basically, I was able just to do the ground level of my aquarium for just under $12. So stay tuned for our next video. It's going to be me setting up the tank as far as what I want to be in the ecosystem, setting up the wood, setting up the plants to make the tank friendly for the fish. All right, stay tuned. Any questions, let me know. Thanks a lot.